Let's go. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving your perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. I'm telling you, man, every single day, it's getting better, get back in form, getting back in shape. It's a beautiful, lovely, incredible feeling that I can't even put into words when you start to feel yourself getting back. All right, getting back, knowing what you've already lived through and getting back to where it is you're trying to go. All right, just getting back, putting your shit back, putting your balls back on the table, ready, hanging your balls back out there, baby. Like they said it on Jerry Maguire, that's how you become great, man. Hang your balls out there, baby. Woo! All right, so here we go. Today's Move Swiftly thought. I'm recording this November 3rd, 2023, the day before I do my third. It's actually going to be the third year in a row in which I'm doing the warm-ups for a kidney walk in Central Park in Plantation, Florida. And it's such a rewarding thing to do that for so many reasons. Number one, my father had a kidney transplant. I grew up with my father. He needed to replace his kidney, so it's very rewarding to be a part of, see other people's journeys, and be at least serve any kind of way I can and always be of service to that. In fact, the director of the organization, her name is Barbara Chapman. She's been on this podcast. I believe the episode is titled "Love Your Kidney," something with kidney on it. The Kidney Foundation. I believe that's the title of her episode. So go tune into that at your leisure. Second reason is because this particular park is where I started doing boxing lessons. I started doing boxing lessons when I was a trainer at 9 Round, and COVID shut us down. And it was, of course, people stopped coming. The regulars stopped coming, and not enough people came on Sunday mornings. And of course, our owner decided in a way of solving this problem. I'm using air quotes. So as a way of solving the problem of not enough people showing up on a Sunday, he decides to just close the gym. So, what I decided to do was actually put on free workouts at the park where I'm in front of new people, trying to get new people in. Of course, he never showed up. He never showed any kind of support when it came to that. But we won't get into that because these Move Swiftly thoughts are all about positivity and getting away from negative energy and all that, and that's where that conversation will take me. So let me focus up here. Let me focus up and put you on to some really strong game and give you today's actual Move Swiftly thought. All right. So seeing how regular I am at these events, I decided this year that I was going to hire my own photographer. I was going to hire my own photographer from Snapper. All right, SNAPPR, Snapper.com. Very affordable. For someone to come out, get a couple shots of you, whatever it is you're doing. Definitely recommend it for any people looking to create, any creators, people building up their own brands and things of that nature. Snapper, right? So I paid for the photographer on Snapper this past weekend, right? And all week I've been trying to get in touch with the actual photographer that was assigned to me, that I actually picked to be there tomorrow. And what has happened is I couldn't get in touch with him. I reached out to him earlier this week, didn't respond, all that stuff. And luckily, and this is where I want to get you guys to, luckily Snapper has a platform that has a ton of different photographers. So I reached out to the Snapper corporate offices, and there was someone I could speak to, which I can't say that about all the platforms out there. This is very important, especially when you're building your own stuff, that, when you have these situations where you're going to allow photographers or allow any freelance artists or whatever to do whatever it is they're doing, you got to make sure you have a platform where people can get in touch in case stuff like this happens, right? So the administrative offices at Snapper reached out to the photographer that I originally planned on working with, and the guy basically said, look, he can't make it anymore, that time no longer works, all that kind of stuff. And immediately they sent me a link to hire another photographer that was available during that time. I reached out to that photographer. We exchanged texts last night, making sure everything was legit, just kind of making sure the logistics were in place and everything was going to run smoothly tomorrow, and everything worked out fine. And it's all about that next man up mentality, having the platform and having the presence of mind to make sure you're communicating and you're always trying to create more. All right, these are the things that we got to take away when it comes to how we operate and how we build our own businesses. Make sure these foundational pieces are there. All right. Yes, websites are cool, and it's cool to have fancy logos and slogans and all that, but really it's all about the customer experience. All right. Imagine if I get to this, I paid for the damn shoots, the photographer doesn't show up, there's no one to communicate with, and then all of a sudden I have a horrible experience and they get negative reviews. Now they're going to get a great review because of how efficiently they fixed that problem, and that problem was fixed. It didn't even take a whole hour for that problem to be fixed. Small things, all right, small things that we all got to take in. We all got to make sure we're learning all of this stuff as we're going out and we're really, really approaching these new times, these new businesses where everything has to have that presence of mind, have to have that online presence to make sure you're servicing the billions of people that have access to the internet and are going to communicate and have now made it the norm to communicate via the internet. All right. Main website to dive deeper into all of this stuff, makeyourmove.com. That's makeyaMove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.